Hey, as you probably know, I've been restoring this Les Paul here. It's a Tanglewood Les Paul. It was the first guitar that I ever bought brand new, and after a couple of years, sold it to my friend Rig, and he's had it ever since. And it's come back to me 20 odd years later, 25 years later, it's come back to me to have some new pickups and machine heads and everything. It's had completely new rewire, using all new components. What we got in there? We've used alpha pots. I'd have preferred to use CTS pots, but I was working to a budget on it, so I've put alpha pots in it. We've got original Sprague orange drop 22 microfarad capacitors, all wired in. This is a vintage wiring system that I'm doing. I've used the original switch that came with it. As I said, we're working to a budget, and I just wanted to check my wiring and stuff today. It's got a switchcraft jack socket, put in an output jack, and I just wanted to check everything. So I've wired one of the old pickups up using crocodile clips and everything just onto this, and if you hit the top of it with something metal, you'll hear the pickup. And I've just turned it down a little bit on the volume knob. There you go. So I'll turn it back up. Well, I'll turn it, that's completely off, and I'll turn it back up to full and check it. Lovely. And I'll turn the volume down from underneath the guitar, the tone down, as you can hear, a lot more bassy. It's got more bottom end. These Les Pauls typically use 500k pots and 22 microfarad capacitors. On a Strat they use 250 k pots, and sorry, I'm just trying to do everything while I'm talking here. And Strats also use 47, typically 47 microfarad capacitors. So yeah, that's all working at the minute. Just waiting for the new pickups to come. It's having some beauties in. Let me just turn this over. Right, so these are the old pickups that was in it. Remember, this guitar was bought brand new in about 1991 or something, or 92, something like that. Anyway, I paid 350 quid for this guitar back then, and it was really good. It's by Tanglewood, but it's got the carved maple, book match quilted maple top on it. Looks really nice. The bridge, as I've showed you in some of the, sorry, I can't get it to fucking focus. The bridge on some of the pictures that I've posted on my page, I showed you it with a straight edge across the top, and it had collapsed. It's gone like that. So the radius of the neck's got a radius on it that goes like that, and the bridge is supposed to follow it, but it's sunk down in the middle, so it wouldn't have played right in the middle here, in the in the centre section of the neck. So yeah, we're having brand new Wilkinson PAF pickups. Now these pickups are supposed to be about 60 quid each. We've managed to get some a little bit cheaper than that, so it's having a decent upgrade on these cheap Japan pickups. They was good in the day, but they've all started delaminating. They're coming apart. And they're quite microphonic. So we're having some brand new PAF vintage Wilkinsons in it. Standard wiring. We're not doing any coil splits or coil split taps or anything like that. My knowledge of wiring is pretty basic. I can just about get by. Right, the knobs on this on the new pots. It used to have the top hat knobs, which a lot of the Gibsons have, but a couple of them have gone missing over the years. So on this we've got some Marshall amplifier knobs, which ties in nicely, because the owner of this guitar rig, he used to own the actual amplifier that these knobs come off. So this guitar was played through the amplifier that these knobs are off. Like that was the rig, the Marshall valve state 80 watt, and this guitar, and they've been split up over the years, and I've ended up with it, and there it is. The preamp section of it ain't working. Let me get some light over here. The preamp section ain't working, and I ain't got round to having it fixed yet, but the power amp section works fine. So I just go straight into the effects loop, return. So I've got the power amp, the solid state power amp with a reverb circuit there. This is my little baby. Let me get rid of this. This is my 5 watt Hayden amp. As I'm sure you all know, my son's called Hayden, so this is quite special to me. But yeah, that's some amps anyway. Digressing, this Les Paul. So we've got the new knobs off his old Marshall valve state. The stock tailpiece is okay. We're going to reuse that, but it's having a new roller bridge to help in stability of tuning. We're having some new Wilkinson tuners. Very nice. I'm making oh, you can't fucking thing. It's shit doing it on my phone. I'm sorry about it. Won't go into focus or anything, but it's having a new nut carved out of bone. The frets were in real bad condition when I got it, so it's had a precision fret leveling, and they've been reprofiled, recrowned and dressed and polished. So stay tuned. We're going to see more of this, and we're going to hear it as well. Baked tater.